Come on, you were thinking it.
Yeah, everybody was thinking that. Shit, that little ass dead.
Like if he had just lost his balance a little bit. Like, oh.
And even then, he would be like,
Yeah.
that's delicious. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. Chris Stuckmann, everybody. You know Chris Stuckmann, man. One of the most popular, not just most popular movie critics out there, not just most popular YouTuber out there, but one of the most popular personalities now. Everybody's beginning to know your name, sir.
Thanks, man. Well, I mean, I appreciate it. I'm flattered that people like looking at my face sometimes.
We brought Chris on so that we could talk about Martin. This movie is so big.
How big is it?
It's so big, Martin, that we couldn't do it by ourselves. We had to bring on one of the biggest critics out there, Chris Stuckmann, to help us out. We're talking about Godzilla versus Kong, not King. Godzilla said, "You got to go through my ass to get that crown." Your bitch ass. No,
it's the fight for the title.
It's the fight of the century that's going on. People are looking forward to this fake ass gorilla and this lizard. they're looking forward to them fighting more than real people.
Sure.
I know people who are looking forward to Tyson fighting like this.
It's less of a fixed fight for one.
Yeah. You know, it is a more real fight with this fake ass gorilla and this lizard up here. I didn't watch your review, Chris, because I didn't want to know what you said or anything. I want this. Now people probably already seen your video, but feel free to act like this is a new review for you.
Okay,
if you can. Yeah, but people have been waiting for a while for this. Promoters have been trying to get this together for years.
Don King died before he could make it happen.
Before he could do it, Dana White been trying to and somebody finally made it happen. Has it been worth the wait? We're going to talk about that. You probably already heard some reviews out there. Some people are saying that it's getting mixed favorable.
Right.
That's a thing.
That's what I saw.
Yeah. I'm not going to say what Chris thought about this yet, but what we are going to do is we're going to take a look at the trailer that you've seen a million times already, but you're going to see it one more time. I know Kong bows to nobody. I know who this movie belongs to. This movie don't belong to people.
No.
It belongs to pixels. Pixels shaped like a gorilla and a giant ass iguana. But I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to let you guys come in when I bring this point up. I have to say that this time around, I do like some of the humans better. I feel like the people here, at least they have more heart. The movie is almost cheating with it. I mean, come on, they got a deaf orphan. Not just a deaf child, a deaf orphan up in here. Yeah. Sit up here just sign language and the whole time, my mom and daddy died. Who gonna take care of me? You know, I'm like, man, they got me with that, man. Rebecca Hall plays the girl's adoptive mother. I don't know the young actress's name, but Rebecca Hall plays the girl's adoptive mother, and she's also the scientist that has been studying Kong all these years, where they've been holding him in captivity in some big ass holodeck.
Sure.
Big ass looking like the Truman Show and shit. and Kong has just been like he's been picking up trees and being like, man, fuck y'all. I see y'all looking at me, and he's like, okay, we gotta do something with this dude.
Right. This is not gonna last.
This is not gonna last. We gotta find some place to put his big ass because he's going crazy. And you know, there's rumors of an ecosystem in the center of the earth that is they think might be Kong's original home, or the home of his peoples.
Of all the Titans.
Of all the Titans, yeah, that's where they all have come from. They found some hole and just bubbled up, and they're trying to get him there. And they're trying to get him there with this guy who is an expert on hollow earths, even though no one's ever seen one or anything. This dude is an expert on made-up lands, as far as anybody knows. And
well, you know what? To the credit, I mean, of this, he is a kind of discredited scientist.
Yeah,
he's like, I wrote this book that Nobody bought but me.
Nobody bought. You know, Chris, I hear you over there. You got anything you want to add to this, man?
I'm sorry. It's just funny to think of him now. It's just like you're a very funny person.
Oh no, thank you, man. That means a lot coming from you. Seriously.
Like, I think that as I was watching the movie, I agree. I actually rewatched the Godzilla behind me, the original, not the original, but the original for this series yesterday. And while it's beautifully directed and there is no Godzilla in that movie, like really.
Such a diva, he couldn't show up for his own movie to the very end.
Yeah, it's just hanging on the trailer, But
go back and watch my review of that movie. I'm fanboying out like crazy, but watching it like all these years later, he's not in the movie. He's in the movie once for the first hour and then at the very end. And it was kind of mind-boggling to have watched this one, Godzilla versus Kong. With this one, Adam Wingard, he was just like, humans are in the movie because they have to be, but for the most part, let's just have the monsters people want to see. And that satisfied me. That really, I don't know. I mean, it's called Godzilla versus Kong, and it kind of gave me what I wanted.
That's the thing. I think it strikes a good balance with the humans in as much as they're mostly there for exposition or to move this, what story there is along. Nobody's there to see them. They weren't annoying, so that's good enough.
No, they what? They weren't annoying, the ones I'm looking at right here. And well, I'm going to tell you, because between Rebecca Hall, this young girl, and Alexander Skarsgård as the researcher that's trying to find the hollow earth, I thought they made a good team. And the reason why is because all of them have a relationship with Kong.
Right.
And the reason why I think that that's important is because Kong raises this movie to an emotional level. There are moments in the movie where I think they do a good job at actually getting you through all these levels of emotion with Kong. Respect, fear of him. But I'm glad that they were able to make you even feel sorry for him.
Come on, you were thinking it.
yeah, everybody was thinking that. Shit, a little ass dead.
Like if he had just lost his balance a little bit. Like,
And even then, he would be like,
yeah.
That's delicious. Wait, this bitch just called me.
I know.
This bitch just called me stupid. He's like, I'm
right here.
I'm sitting right here. I can hear you right now. God damn, I see y'all little asses down there. Oh yeah, also Kong knows sign language. Now, I think that's cool. I like it. I'm glad to know what's on Kong's mind. It humanizes him more. How he learned it might be just a little silly to me. And I would tell you why, because you got this little girl, this deaf little girl. She's been running her ass into the woods every day to play with this giant gorilla, unsupervised, I mind you.
And teach him sign language.
Well, a giant gorilla with 24-hour surveillance on him, teaching him sign language, and in the movie, people like, he knows sign language? I'm like, you didn't see them big-ass black hands signing, making motions and shit? You mean you tell me nobody knew that she was teaching him sign language the whole time?
They thought he was throwing gang signs.
Even then, it's just kind of like, well, where's his fucking gang, Yo, what's up? What's up? It's like, there was a moment where somebody in the movie say, the monkey knows sign language. I was like, y'all the one been looking at him. Y'all didn't see this chick out here. And by the way, why is she going out there playing with this gorilla with nobody watching her?
Some of these are, I had to go like, I'm looking at a giant gorilla and a giant lizard. I got to let some shit go.
Big-ass gorilla out there had Tourette's and shit throwing up air words. And y'all didn't see. Nobody saw that. But that's where we get into how we can approach this movie and look at it. I hope I'm not nitpicking too much there, Chris. I hope it's not coming.
No, not at all. No. I mean, like, for me, when I saw this movie, I thought this was like, it reminded me of an early 2000s movie, like a film that like came out in 2003. Like if I was pitching this movie, I would have been like, it's The Core with King Kong in it.
wow,
you're right.
That is
You're
perfect,
right.
man.
That is good. Because I had that vibe, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna have a lot of questions. But when I say a lot of questions, you're gonna have 10 minutes into the movie. I mean, and this is not the movie to have questions. If you got questions, don't even put them aside. Throw that shit in the trash.
I mean, I tell people, look, the science here. I mean, fortunately, they keep the movie light and moving and full of humor. Because if it stops, you start to go like, hold on, if this is going to fall apart. The science is wonky. Like that whole hollow Earth. That was something that from the back in the days of H.G. Wells.
Yeah, exactly.
But
back when people were dumber.
But sure, let's just go with it.
Yeah, let's just go with it, people. Because the movie's going to tell you, don't come in here and ask me nothing because I got no answers for you. I have answers. They don't make no sense.
No, if you have questions, write them down and we'll address them when the movie's done. Let's see that sheet of questions. All right. Whoosh.
Oh, shit.
Goodbye.
I had to take a shit. Thank you. Yeah, white man, quick people. The science, if you want to call it that, is complete and utter nonsense. And I know people, I understand. Don't come in here looking for real stuff. This ain't no documentary.
It's not.
This movie's telling you we're not smart. We know it.
Yeah.
We be dumb.
It's like, weren't you here for the giant monsters?
Yeah, exactly, man. It even makes the dialogue dumb. Because what they do is they just make up shit as they go along. Like there's a part in the movie where they're getting attacked on this ship, and they just try something that somebody just takes a complete and utter guess at. They pull this thing right out their ass. And one dude on the ship got to be that guy looking at everybody. This better work. And it's like, wait, what if it don't?
I know. Plus that thing, I was like, to communicate with all these ships to do that, I bet that would take a long time.
It would all over coordinate in a second.
Yeah.
And he gonna say, this better work. And they're like, what you gonna do, whoop somebody's ass? And what if it don't work? You gonna die just like everybody else. We all hope it works. Shut up. You have to say that to us.
A friend I watched it with had the same problem. He was like, how did they figure out to do, no spoilers, but how did they do all that thing at the exact same time? How did they figure that out? And it's funny because apparently I was just oblivious, or I had a lot of popcorn in my mouth at the time, but it didn't bother me. Like, but you guys and my friend are all like, that is stupid. And I guess it kind of is stupid. I guess it just was one of those things that I was like, oh, that's something they could have done, and now I feel dumb.
No, Chris, don't feel dumb, because this is the movie that will do things like that. I can tell you this, that in a serious movie, when they do something like that, I throw down the bullshit flag, and I want to stop the play. But with this, it's like, all right, fine, just keep going. I don't care. It's fine. Let's keep it moving.
If stupidity, dumb shit helps out anything in this movie, it keeps things moving along.
It keeps it moving.
It keeps things moving along.
It gets you to what you came here for.
That is not always a bad thing. They say, you know what, anything to just keep the movie moving. If we got to pull some information out of our ass and it makes no sense, we just had to keep going. And that's not always a bad thing. This definitely gets to the action quicker than those last two movies. When I said the Godzilla movies, that is. Y'all been talking about these movies being too slow, not enough monsters in them. Well, they said, all right, we hear you. Because they send in Godzilla early to start shit with King Kong. All these movies always got that dude. They give him the dumbest death. They make him always sound stupid before he dies. No, wait a minute. They always got that one dude who they make just sound completely like an idiot before he dies, like a bitch.
Yeah, and they're always calling for Delta.
And
it's always Delta.
Either Delta or Alpha. Alpha, and he's like, shut up! I like the way Godzilla just really, people, you're asking, man, what were they fighting for? Godzilla just don't like that bitch. He doesn't. He just shows up out of nowhere to start shit.
He's a troublemaker.
Yeah. Love that music. Even King Kong, like, he's confused. Like, man, what the fuck did I do?
Right.
I don't even know you, man. I don't even know you, man. I see y'all in the chat, man. Corey just can't let nobody have nice things, man. let me tell y'all something. Let me cut to the real shit with y'all, and then I'm gonna pass this on to everybody. As stupid as I've been saying this movie gets, as crazy as it gets, as fake as King Kong's fur looks sometimes his fur looks like Muppet hair, just floating a lot. As laugh out loud silly as this movie is, people, no big spoilers here, but they do have a Batman Superman Martha moment in here. It's almost like, does Warner Brothers just require this now? Does Zack Snyder guest direct this right here? They actually have a Superman, Batman Martha moment in here. But I'd be lying if I said that this shit did not deliver. And I'm going to give this movie, I'm going to give it probably the best marketing that someone can give it. I'm going to give it probably some of the most genuinely honest and great praise that you can give a movie of this type. It was late last night when I was watching this movie. You know, we got this screening late. I did a show last night.
Yeah.
I didn't start watching this until 2 in the morning.
Oh, really?
About 1:30. 1:30 in the morning.
I flicked it on as soon as the sun went down.
Yeah, well, I had to do a show, so I said 1:30, I got time to watch a little bit of this. So, people, I cut this movie on, watched it, and then got to a point where I said, you know what, man? It's getting late. I'm going to finish some of this tomorrow, finish the rest of it tomorrow. I'm going to take a shower, and also, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm going to take a shit. And I said, well, you know what? While I'm taking a shit, I can just go ahead and watch just a little bit more of this.
Yeah.
What else I got to do? So I sat there. I sat in that toilet. I did my business. And I'll be damn right, when I was finished, the movie started getting to the part where they started amping up the climax and the conflict between Kong and Godzilla. And my black ass sat on that toilet for 35 minutes watching the rest of this movie right here because I was hooked.
Yeah.
Because I was into it. Because they finally started building it up. It was dumb, but I was like, man, this ramp up, this climax, that is badass. And I gotta tell you something. There were moments in the movie here, people, when they finally got to the parts where Godzilla and Kong start going at it. It was one part in that scene where I swear to God, I jumped up off that toilet seat, pants around my ankles, ass and dick hanging out, and I said, yes! And I was like, my God, I sat up here on the toilet, not shitting, into this movie and loving those last minutes of it, man.
Sure.
I'll elaborate in a little while, but I want to get, how did y'all feel about what was supposed to be the main part of the movie? Chris, you know, you're the guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, how'd you feel about the fight and everything? And just tell me anything you want to tell me about this, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I had a lot of the same problems you had, honestly. The story is rather incomprehensible. It's one of those plots where characters say, this is our plan, and they say it as quick as possible, and the dialogue has officially now been relayed to the audience, so you might as well move the fuck on, right? But I didn't understand anything they said. Like, I watched the movie on a 77-inch screen in my basement. Loved it. I hope that I can see it in theaters at some point, or, you know, at least I'll get the Blu-ray in the future. But
yeah.
it really was really entertaining for me where it needed to be. And it kind of reminded me of that movie that I would have seen back when I was a teenager and just went to school and told all my friends, this is fucking awesome, you should go see it. I don't get those experiences as much anymore ever since everything had to be dark and gritty, you know? And every once in a while, it's really nice to see a film like this that kind of just knows what it is and doesn't reach beyond that and just gives you what you need. Yeah,
man. You know, I definitely, you said it, man. This is something, this really is something to see in the theaters, man. I feel bad for Warner Brothers not being able to show this in theaters because I can imagine.
It's in theaters.
Well, it's in theaters, but it's like $30 to go see it or something. This would have been great on IMAX.
Sure.
To see, I almost want to go see it on IMAX.
Yeah, that'd be it's one of those movies that would deserve that.
The way you have to approach this movie, you have to just accept that this is just one of those goofy Godzilla movies from the 60s with a Transformers budget. Oh, you done fucked up now. Yeah, you didn't know me, bitch, did you? Those Godzilla movies from the 60s where Godzilla was sometimes a hero and he was saving Earth and they were, the dude in the rubber suit thing. This is what I dreamed of as a kid when I saw the dude in the rubber suit.
When you saw those movies, the rubber suit movies, in your head, this new movie is what you imagined.
When I saw this kind of stuff.
Your brain added the special effects.
Yeah. And this is the throwback to those films right there. It's still not going to sell everybody on this, but if you watch it that way, this is a very nostalgic homage to those movies. Yeah. And I loved it for that.
It's it delivers on what it's trying to be. It's not overreaching, and I appreciate that because it's like some of the other movies really try to get into the science, and it's like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Or it's not trying to be a disaster movie. It's not trying to be a message movie about the nuclear, not handling nukes well and all of that. This is just a big monster movie fight, which I think after the previous movies, this is what everybody's been saying they want. Mm-hmm. So if you come and complain about it, I guess you can go fuck yourself because you clearly don't know what you want because this is what everybody's been saying they want.
This is what everybody's been saying they want.
Yeah. And sure, the human characters for the most part aren't deep, and I do agree about having too many comedy reliefs. And Julian Dennison was too much. As a matter of fact, you need a straight person and a comedy person, and you don't need somebody else going like, guys, I don't think we should do that. What's this now? It's like, we got enough avatars for the audience. That's enough already.
Yeah.
But it does lead them to the other part of the story, which takes over the third act, which I thought, okay, this is cool. This is something that brings a whole new element to it. This is clearly the American trailer because it makes it look like Kong is dominating. And
we don't want to say. Okay.
Let me finish. I was going to say, the fight goes back and forth.
Yes.
And at times, they both get their asses handed to them.
Oh, they should do.
And it's bad. It's bad both times.
They should do. They just tired, too. Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. I mean, I got to defend my crown, but God damn, I should want to give up.
I mean, I'll keep fighting if you want to, but do we have to do this?
Yeah. What? I got to tell you, Brian Tyree Henry, I didn't like too much in the movie. Brian Tyree Henry in the movie, he made me say something that you should never say in a Godzilla or King Kong movie of this type. Can you be serious for just a moment? He was just clowning. What he did was he's that eccentric comedy relief. He's a guy that has a podcast. He's a conspiracy guy, and all he does is he just rambles. He just rambles, and everything he rambles is them trying to make him be funny. It's almost like he's even ad-libbing. I like Brian Tyree Henry, nothing wrong with him, but it was just like, man, you're just one mode here.
I liked him just fine.
What's her name? Millie Bobby Brown, and Julian Dennison. Useless, really. They're just there again. They're just characters to follow.
She's there to bridge the gap to the last movie. Like exactly. Kyle Chandler was useless.
He's useless, and she's the only one. Because listen, you gotta have one person on Team Godzilla.
Yeah, right.
Everybody on Team Kong, she gotta be the cheerleader. You might as well put pom poms in her fucking hands. Yeah. And hit a big G on a sweatshirt because she has nothing really to do in the movie but just take you to a certain facility. He's there just to give her a ride. She jacks his car, and he's just there to crack jokes. And it's the same tone of jokes he cracks in everything that he's in. I tell you, the movie is a kid's movie. And that's really what it is, especially in these parts. These parts played out like an 80s kids film. It was almost like watching an Amblin movie or
the fifth season of Stranger Things.
Yes, exactly. It was like somebody who was trying to do Spielberg. And people even did that back in the 80s,
Right.
So that's what it felt like. The movie really is a kids film, but this one felt like a kids film to a fault when they got to these scenes with these guys. But and Damien Bashir, man, don't even start me on him because he might as well just had villain written across a T-shirt.
Yeah, I actually forgot about him, and I didn't even mention him in my review. That's how it was a very forgettable just role that was there to press some buttons, basically to create some anarchy.
He really was. He was forgettable, man. He was there just to say like about 5 villainous lines.
True.
And it was all, and as always, it comes down to when I take over. That kind of the essence of that kind of speech. if you again, you can't complain, man. You can't complain here.
I do have one major complaint.
What's that?
'Cause I loved all the fighting and the scale, and I didn't even have a problem with how Kong looked. And probably this because we just watched Kong Lives, so it lowered the bar quite a bit. I just didn't like that so much of it was in slow motion with them.
I guess that was them trying to show them with
I
weight.
know it's trying to show the size and all. That's what they do. But I was like, this is kind of a lot, and I would prefer it not to be so much slow motion.
You know what? I have a different problem with the fight scenes. Listen, the fight scenes are what it's all about. I love the fight scenes. I'm just, and they're great, man. The fight scenes here are amazing. I just think that it's hard to root for either one of them when they're destroying the city and killing hundreds of people.
I mean, but that's what we love about.
But that's what we know. That's what we love about him. But I'm just kind of like, God damn, you're killing me. I know. Kong, I know you're trying to defend, but you actually are fucking up things more than you are helping.
Yeah. Well, that's why when people were like, "No, Godzilla's a friend," I was like, "My friends don't just kill lots of people. I don't know about yours."
Well, he kills to prevent killing. So
right,
yeah.
That justification.
I mean, I look at this. People, there's a part in the movie where, listen, y'all think it's Tokyo. No, it's Hong Kong. It's Hong Kong, China. Hong Kong is gone.
Oh, yeah. That's
Hong Kong, if you have real estate, it ain't there no more.
No.
They leveled that fucking city, man. And then, like I said, it was just kind of rough to see. I really was cringing when I saw them, like, stepping on people. Because it's one of those movies. I have a problem in movies where it's nothing but destruction. It's the Superman thing.
Sure.
Nothing but destruction, and the movie just blows it off. Like, wasn't that cool? So I was like, there's a lot of people that are still under Kong's feet right now.
yeah, a lot of red jelly on the bottom of his feet.
He still got people between his toes and shit. So, but the fight scenes are amazing.
They are.
Man.
They are. They're everything you could want.
I mean, and I was on the edge again to these movies where they fought in the cities.
Oh yeah,
tore them up.
And yeah, on a lot of them, I was on the edge of my seat.
There's a big reveal in the movie that it is. Listen, I had no problem with it really because I already said this is crazy, this is dumb, but they had to have me laughing to themselves when they wrote that shit out about how a certain thing that happens here. You'll see it.
It's goofy, but I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did too. Honestly, I really did.
I can tell you right now, we're not talking about the same thing.
Oh, we're not.
Okay.
No,
okay.
because when they explained it, it was stupid. When it happened, that shit made me laugh.
Okay.
All I'll say, you know what, y'all know when you see the movie. I'll just give you a hint. Fuck you. You'll know it when you see it. Somebody talking that shit and the whole time is like, yeah,
There is one part that made me laugh, and and again, I will do my best to avoid any kind of spoiler for people. But there's a close up of Godzilla in the movie. And I don't know what people will think of it, honestly. It's so weird. It's something that Adam Wingard would definitely do. But there's this part where Godzilla is really kind of kicking Kong's ass, and he's kind of winning. And you get this close-up of Godzilla's face, and he just kind of makes this expression that was, like, really funny to me. And I think
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I do too.
He looked confused. You know, it looked like he needed glasses at that moment. What the fuck?
I thought it was funny. I could see people being like, "Oh, that was out of character for my Godzilla."
Yeah. You know what it was like, Chris? It was like because he got right up on Kong and he started squinting. He's like, fuck, you the wrong guy. I'm sorry, man. Jesus, dude, my mistake, man.
Here, let me buy you a meal across the street.
You think I'm talking about the movie bad? I am not. I'm not, y'all. I'm just gonna say this. I don't want to hear it from people. I really don't want to hear it. Y'all just saw that last Fast and Furious trailer and cheered this shit on. Y'all, I can't tell you how many people look at that dumb shit right there. It's like, that's stupid, but it's badass.
Yeah.
People, if you could look at a movie where two dudes pretty much turn into King Kong and Godzilla, then fuck you, man. There's no reason why you should look at a movie with a giant gorilla and a giant lizard and say, man, I don't know, that's kind of stupid. No, get the fuck out. shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If we're going to give Fast and Furious a pass, then we can't sit up here and complain about this film right here.
Sure. Yeah. No, I feel like so much of this is us trying to defend the fact that, like, yes, I know we're movie critics and critical thinkers, and yet it's okay to enjoy this at the same time. I don't want to keep apologizing for it. Yeah, it's goofy, it's dumb, but how else could you write a giant gorilla and fire-breathing lizard fighting and make that smart?
You can.
You can.
No, you can.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
Who's done it?
Oh, they did it with the first Godzilla movie. Yeah, the first Godzilla movie about you mean
the Raymond Burr
No,
one?
listen, Martin. You know this. Now I'm going to stop because I say this to everybody. If you take the time out and write something that you really want to make smart, you can. They didn't give a fuck. They said, man, we can get this money no matter what. They looked at this and said, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck whether it's smart or not. We can get the money. You know, writing is always everything. There's no reason why you can't say that you can never do that, because if you sat your ass
Just
down
every time
and
they try to make it serious, it makes it worse.
yeah, well, you just ain't got the right writer for it, because the studios are saying we didn't get this shit out. Yeah. You know, like they know what brings people in.
I don't necessarily agree with that, because it has to be about the fighting. That's what everybody wants.
And you could still write something where you could write something smart and put the fighting in. Anything can be written to be anything.
Okay.
That's not an impossibility. To say, don't ever say ever. You said the Avengers will never happen. Mark, why are you bringing that shit up,
Oh
man?
my God, not this again. That's always your break glass in case of emergency. I don't know what to say, so Avengers, how about that?
I know. Here's Mark, man. I'm tired of hearing that shit, yo. God damn you. I don't want to hear that no more. Why y'all got to bring up that old shit? No, man. Listen. Let's not.
Let's squash it.
Let's squash this shit right here, because we let's not do this shit right here. It's black on black, because we agree probably.
I think we do.
Chris, we agree, I think.
Yeah. I don't know about this Avengers thing. I'll stay out of it.
Oh, Chris, I gotta tell you, man. Martin's like, don't do this shit. It was a long time ago.
It was like 13 years ago.
It was 13 years ago. It was something that we just laugh about every now and then. Martin like, I don't. Oh, Martin, man, you can find online. I mean, can I tell him? It's fun. Martin wrote, like, people talking about, man, I can't wait for all the Marvel characters to get together in a movie and be the Avengers. And Martin kept telling people, hey, you stupid ass, they're not going to do it. And people are like, well, yeah, they can. And I'm like, all right, now I got to go home and explain to y'all in this 6-page manifesto right here. Martin wrote a document. He wrote a whole essay about why the Avengers will never happen. A week later, the Avengers was announced.
Okay.
Man, I just love that because it's just funny. Oh, by the way, you got to stop killing people, man. Everybody says Don King ain't dead yet. He should be.
Is he not dead?
Martin, he probably should be. I agree with that.
God.
But boy, you be killing people, man.
Yes, I do.
Martin's going to the rooms with pillows and shit.
I got to get TMZ on him. So I'm like, yeah, I fucked up. I said it, so you got to take care of this.
You got to work for TMZ, man. Nah, man. But I think that we all agree. You know, I would say that for me. I know we disagree on this too. You didn't like this as much as I did, but I like Skull Island. I know some people who don't, and that's cool, man. But for me, Skull Island is still the best out of these. And this movie takes Skull Island and kind of combines it. Now this is for me because it's not going to be for everybody, but combines it with some of the weakest moments of the Godzilla movies, and it comes out with what we have here. But I still like this enough to give this a very strong matinee. This was very enjoyable. I want to go see this. I'm gonna watch it again.
Okay. Like I said, the biggest thing that bothered me was that I felt like there was too much slow motion, but I might be extra sensitive after 4 hours of Justice League.
I see that.
But beyond that, this was better than I thought. For me, this is the best of the Godzilla King Kong movies by far. It's certainly the most enjoyable, the one that keeps going, that has the fights that had me actually caring about what happened. I think this movie does exactly what it was designed to do. And unless, if you're not a fan, there's no reason for you to see this. Somebody who's a big fan could possibly rate this as a full price movie. For me, like you, it's more of a very high matinee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I went in with fairly moderate expectations. I enjoyed the first Godzilla, but it's definitely kind of gone down for me over the past few years. Thought Skull Island was kind of, and thought King of Monsters was worse. But I do like Adam Wingard a lot, and I think that he's really talented, and I wanted to see like what his take on it was, and I think he basically gave me what I wanted, which was a movie that it was like what might have been good about Roland Emmerich's Godzilla in theory.
I see that. Yeah, I see that. After just rewatching it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a lot of fish, like a lot of scenes like that, but actually kind of they did an okay job at it, and it gave me what I wanted from all the fight scenes. They were, I was a happy little boy because it was paced well. There was just enough of the story for me to get attached, the bare basics, the minimum of what I needed, and yeah, like the fights were incredible. So I gave it a B on my channel, and I'll stand by that. I think a matinee is where I'm at with you guys. A good matinee.
Well, somebody's in the chat going off. They full price.
Someone was like, "Oh, he gave it a B plus." It was in my brain.
You were the last hope for one dude, man. One dude was looking at it like, full price, you fucking cowards. You broke him, man. You were the last one, man. No. You were the last one, Chris.
Let me just make sure I have. Tell me really quick a quick summation of your system, so I said the right thing, because I thought matinee was like your B range.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, okay. Matinee is right there, man. With that. Cool. Yeah. That dude was pissed. So people, let's go ahead and take a look. Chris, you broke this man. You were his last hope. God damn you, Stuckmann!
To you kind person watching, I'm sorry, but you can still watch the movie.
You created a super villain, man. Right at this moment, right here.
Stuckmann!